Okay, so I've done a few dummy ones of these, and I found out that rectangles are more powerful than squares. I'll show you what I mean. So if I draw a square, roughly even on the sides, that's nice, but how often do you actually use this? It feels kind of boring. Let me draw some rectangles in here. So we add some rectangles, and we're gonna add a fat one. We're gonna add a thin one, but it's really long. And then I'm gonna add some back lines on this. I'm gonna add this here, this back line. So as you see now, we have a small city being built. And so we're going to make these little rectangles. As you can see, rectangles in here. Very rarely these squares work out. I was trying to draw one last time with all these different squares, but it just wasn't happening. And it's fine. I in my mind I consider squares and rectangles basically the same thing, just different lengths of these hard shaped lines, which further on we'll get into more. But if I just color in these parts here, it'll make this look more like a city. So I might go a street light. So basically for here, rectangle, rectangle, and let's do a little box, street light. And here, so another thing we're going to do is we're going to add some small lines on here. Just straight down. See how I turn my paper? Because I don't want my arm to do all the work. I just want to make it quick and easy and get the best flow for my arm. So here we'll go bang, 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 bang. Now we're starting to get it to make it look like a city. We have different size windows. Some are deluxe apartments. Some of the apartments that I probably would have been able to afford. Tiny little windows. So we've got that. Now we need something to sort of I want to build a character. So how are we going to do that? Let's go with well, we're recording on a phone. Let's do a phone. So I'm going to build a character, and this is a sort of tilted character. I'm going to see how I cut that off. Like I went over, and I realized I wanted it to be a little bit longer. Because I'm sketching and I'm just having fun, I don't have to clean that up right now. Like I can do that. Maybe it turns into something else. Thicken these lines just so that we know that they're the ones that we want to use. So I'll bring this down here. Now how am I going to make a character just using these harsh lines? I don't want to say harsh, but these like straight lines. So what I'll do is put a bit of weight there. I'm going to put a bit of shadowing behind here, and then I am going to add an eye, but the eye is going to be a rectangle with a rectangle pupil, and this one is a rectangle here with a rectangle pupil. Add a line there. Let's add a line there. So with my style, I don't need everything to be perfect, especially while I'm sketching. And I don't need to stick to, like, if I wanted to add some sort of circle in here, I could, but we're talking about rectangle. So I want this to be a little bit of a rectangle, but I don't need it to be 100%. Like, it can have a little curve there. So I'm going to add another rectangle type. This one's a taller one. As you can see, this is the box. I would shade this in, and this is the phone. Maybe it's a phone monster that's like taking over the city. So we can go like this rectangle. Let's go rectangle, and then what I can do is like maybe it's got its own light fixture in here. And we can do rectangles for the fingers. We can do the whole thing on hands. So like, you can see it sort of coming together. And I'll go out here, rectangle. So that's the timer, but I'm having fun. So I want to see how this sort of turns out. And that's the point, is like, I knew that these 5 minutes, that's why I put the ish on there, because I can't stop. It's just fun. Why would I want to stop if I'm enjoying it? But 5 minutes, you can get so much done, and you don't need to be just harsh on yourself. You know what I mean? Let me put this as if it's sparking a little bit. Sparking here. So we've got a city. We have a character sort of going on. One of the things is really nice with like doing rectangles and squares, and I don't know how many times you all did this, but building it out in have a three-dimensional type feel, and I did the same thing here, but this is like this is a squished version of that. That's sort of how I view it. So when I'm building this out, let's say I wanted to make this into a box. So I might say, you know what? The opening part of the box is up the top. So I might go a rectangle out here. Push that, rectangle, rectangle. And go out here. It's okay to go across the lines because we don't care, because it's just a sketch. Sketchbooks are just fun. You don't have to be serious in them. And now we have our... And as you see there, what I did is I fake drew a line from here to where I wanted it, and then just focused on the part that I did want. I'll do the same thing here, and I'll go like that. Now I'll probably put a bit of shadow in here, and I might go a little bit harsher in that lines, and then go a lighter line here. And so do that there. So if you see, this one has that harsh line there. Let's go like this. Let's go like that. And we have a line. We have a box because of rectangles. We didn't like. We just kept adding rectangles, and we kept making more stuff. We can do a... So I feel like rectangles is like the base to most things. That's why I chose rectangles and circles. And so we got this here, but let's go just pretend there's these points here. Now I'm going to go down here, and you'll see, you might not be able to see this, but I'm doing this faint line right here. So I know this leg comes down here. This is going to go here. And this leg goes down. So basically what I've done is I've drawn a box, and I've put, instead of the walls, I've put legs on it. And then what boxes help out with is also placing items onto existing items. So I might have a milk carton up on here, and that was helped to be there by the rectangle. I'm going to put a little weight underneath these. We just want it to feel more stable there. Maybe this is like, so we could say the power cord has come unplugged. So we'll do a little rectangle here. What we're going to do is cut it off there. We're going to do a little rectangle around it. Okay, and then we're going to go here. So that already looks like a power cord. And then we don't need to, like, if we wanted to, we could do like a whole line, but we're just going to do a rectangle like this. 2 lines, they're just longer rectangles. But for this one here, I'd usually curve that. So yeah, I think that's pretty good for now. Yeah, let's see what we get into next time. Hope you have a good day. hit me up in the comments if you think that you would like me to approach something. Peace.